Hello everyone, warm welcome. I welcome you all in the next session. We call it as Finance Current Affairs. It is very important for all those candidates who are preparing for RBI Grade B or SEBI Grade A and even the upcoming exams like IRDAI, and if we are expecting the RBI Grade A as well, this session is a must-watch session for everyone. So before we start the discussion, may I have a reply in the comment section that I'm audible, visible, everything is fine, we are good to go, so that we can begin the discussion. Just give me yes sir in the comment section so that we can start without any further delay. Quickly everyone, may I have a reply that everything is fine, we are good to go, so that we can begin the discussion without any further delay. Okay then, let's get started with the session. तो आज का जो सेशन है काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. इसमें दो तीन चीजें हम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात करेंगे जो कि डायरेक्ट एग्जामिनेशन में आने के चांसेस है. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट इट इन अ सिमिलर मैनर एंड एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट दिस सेशन इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू एज ऑलवेज. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. Before I start with the discussion, if you want to download the PDF of this particular session, which is for 1st to 3rd of November, it will be available on my Telegram channel. This is the link for the Telegram channel where you can scan the code or you can directly write Economics by Madhav Sir, join the channel and download the PDF. First of all, as we always do, we will revise the questions based on the previous session, that is 29th to 30th of October, जो हमारा session हुआ था Finance Current Affairs का. First we'll revise the questions related to it and then we will be moving ahead. Here we go with the first question of the evening. The first question is now on your screen. The first question talks about which of the following statement about the operational rules and special cases under the directions. Which direction we are talking about? So we are talking about RBI nomination direction are correct. First one, if nomination is registered, the bank must print the legend nomination registered and the name of the nominee on the passbook, statement or TDR. That is absolutely correct. This is absolutely the correct statement as stated by RBI in its latest announcement. Voice is fluctuating. Just give me a second. Guys, is the voice clear now? I hope the voice is clear now. If it is clear, just give me yes sir in the comment section. If the voice is clear, just give me yes sir in the comment section so that we can begin. May I have a reply please? It's still an issue? Okay. Okay, much better. ठीक है. So let's quickly come up with the discussion. Let me ask the team if they can check it. Okay then, I have asked the team. Someone will check it very soon. But ठीक है, let's get started if it is better in comparison to the first one. So the bank must acknowledge the receipts of nomination, register, cancellation or variation within the 3 working days. ये बिल्कुल सही point है. If a nomination person dies before receiving the deposit, that nominee's nomination becomes ineffective and the claim will be dealt under the without nominee settlement rules. This is also correct. Bank may freely delay the registration or acknowledgement of the nomination or internal audit reasons. That is not going to happen. All earlier RBI circulars on nomination are automatically invalidated with the current effect, making the past actions void. ठीक है, पुरानी जो भी rules and regulations थे उसे हटा दिया गया. That is fine. I agree that. But if we talk about कि जो पहले actions ले लिए गए हैं उन्हें अब overrule कर दिया जाएगा, that is not the case. The previous actions, they will stand intact. So keeping that in mind, 1, 2 and 3 are correct. So giving that B option is the correct answer. If I talk about the RBI result, then obviously guys, RBI result will be out very soon. You can expect it maybe today or maybe tomorrow. मैं expect कर रहा हूँ कि Wednesday से पहले आज या कल में ये result आना चाहिए. The eager is on same on the both the sides. I am also eager to get this result as similar you all are waiting. So don't worry, it will come very soon. Moving on to the next question. The next question which I have given you as a homework. Which of the following statement about the board, that is Central Board of RBI, is correct with respect to the 619th meeting which was concluded recently? Keeping that in mind, the first one, the RBI Central Board is required to meet at least 6 times a year and at least once every quarter. This is absolutely correct. The DICGC or Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation is a wholly owned subsidiary of RBI and it insures bank deposits. That is correct. The Central Board directly supervises the Monetary Policy Committee and it sets the membership each year. Is it correct? क्या आपको लग रहा है? Do you feel that this point is correct? क्या हर साल उसके जो members हैं उन्हें review किया जाता है हर साल? क्या नए members को appoint किया जाता है? Is that a case? No sir, that is not a case. जो appointment अगर हम बात करें RBI officials who are the members of this particular committee, they are not appointed on yearly basis. अगर मैं बात करूं 3 outsiders की which are appointed by government, they are appointed for a tenure of 4 years and 3 are the RBI officials. So keeping that in mind, this is wrong. Next is a senior official from the Department of Financial Services and the Department of Economic Affairs attend the meeting as board members or invitees. This is correct. The meeting resulted in an immediate change in the RBI policy. No sir, ऐसा कोई change नहीं बताया गया. So answer will be A option. 1, 2, 4 are correct, but third and fifth statement are wrong. So we will go with A option. That is the correct answer. Moving on to the next point. So the next question we have over here is in this session, which is now on your screen. Just give me a second. I guess now it's visible. So you have to choose the set which is correct statement. First one, the Standing Advisory Committee meeting was chaired by RBI Deputy Governor S. Janaki Raman and has included participant from SEBI, NABARD as well as the other public sector banks. Is this statement correct? Yes sir, that is absolutely correct. The next point is CGTMSE, that is Credit Guarantee Fund Transfer for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Micro, small and medium enterprises provide credit guarantee that reduce the need for collateral, encouraging banks to extend more unsecured loans to the MSMEs. That is correct. At the meeting, Industry Association expressed that geopolitical uncertainty had no impact on MSME operations. No, sir, this is wrong. Yes, there is an impact of the geopolitical tensions in the economy. Obviously, जो impact है वो कम है in comparison to the other global scenarios, but yes, there is still an impact. Moving on to the next. अच्छा guys, I hope now the voice is clear. I hope now the voice is clear. एक बार बता देना. May I have a reply in the comment section? If the voice is clear, just give me yes sir. No, it is still shaky. Okay. चलो चेक कीजिए. आई थिंक अब सही होनी चाहिए वॉइस. Now it is fine. No sir, it is fluctuating. Perfect. चलो ठीक है. अगर सही है तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Let's talk about the next point. One of the priorities discussed was rehabilitation and revival of distressed but viable MSME units through empathic as well as structured restructuring. That is true. The RBI has asked MSME Association to play a greater role in the financial literacy, capacity building, as well as bringing information asymmetry between the lenders and MSME. That is correct. So answer इसका क्या बनेगा sir? 1, 2, 4 and 5 are correct, but the third statement is wrong. So keeping that in mind, D option is the correct answer. I hope it is clear. ठीक है जी. तो these were some of the questions from the last session. I hope all the questions are clear to you. If you have any doubt, you may ask please. And the best part is your NABARD Grade A notification is out. तो अब अगर NABARD Grade A की notification भी out हो चुकी है, उसमें आपका ESI section is common. PIB part is common. PIB current affairs are as important as they were in the RBI examination. Then if I talk about the government schemes, the importance is still the same. Along with that, you have to cover some of the agriculture related reports. We call them as ARD reports. So those reports are need to be covered. Beside that, you just have to cover one special area that we call it as ARD, एग्रीकल्चर एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट। एक बार अगर आप उसे भी कवर कर लेंगे देन यू विल बी इन अ पोजीशन टू राइट द नाबार्ड एग्जामिनेशन एज वेल। आइए जरा तो आज के इस सेशन की शुरुआत करते हैं। तो आज का जो हमारा पहली न्यूज है, दिस इज नाउ ऑन योर स्क्रीन। व्हाट डज दिस न्यूज टॉक अबाउट? If I talk about this particular news, that RBI has launched 3 rounds, or RBI has launched the round of 3 key surveys. We all know that RBI जो है time to time different surveys conduct करता है, so that RBI has a good chunk of information, good chunk of data, with the help of which RBI can take a valid decisions related to its monetary policy, related to its other rules and regulations. So उसके लिए ये जो surveys हैं, they are conducted on regular basis, and today we will be talking about these 3 surveys. and 3 surveys के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए। पहला, you must know the frequency of these surveys, you must know the outcomes of these surveys, as well as you must know that how the data of these surveys is utilized, which we will be discussing, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. So the first point we have over here is Reserve Bank of India has announced the launch of November 2025 round of 3 important household and consumer surveys. These surveys are: the first one, inflation expectation survey of household; second is rural consumer confidence survey; third one is urban consumer confidence survey. So these are the 3 surveys which have been introduced. I'll not say introduced, which have been their survey has been initiated by RBI, and this initiation by RBI has been done for the November cycle. These surveys, they are conducted not once in a year, they are conducted on regular basis in order to collect the public predictions as well as public expectations related to inflation, employment, income, spending, and general economic conditions. So the insights derived from these surveys, they will provide a critical input for the formulation of India's monetary policy as well as the other decisions which are taken by RBI and the other authorities which are operating in the country. The next point talks about, if I start with the first survey, I'll give you the intakes on the first survey because you can have a multi-statement question based on this survey in your RBI Grade B Phase 2 examination. The question says, inflation expectation survey of household. क्या है ये? क्यों लाया गया? What is the objective? As well as remember how frequently or what is the frequency of this particular survey. First one, the inflation expected survey household basically aims to capture what? Sir, it basically aims to capture the subjective assessment. That means इट इज पीपल्स पर्सनल ओपिनियन और फीलिंग। तो यहाँ पे पब्लिक से पूछा जाता है कि आपके हिसाब से इन्फ्लेशन की हालत क्या होगी, आपके हिसाब से फ्यूचर में इन्फ्लेशन कैसे परफॉर्म करेगी, आपके हिसाब से हाउ द प्राइसेस ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज आर गोइंग टू टर्न अराउंड इन द नियर फ्यूचर. Inflation refers to the general increase in price of goods and services, and by understanding how households expect prices to move in the future, the RBI can take a better anticipate inflation pressure in the economy. तो इसकी मदद से RBI एक better manner में ये anticipate कर पाएगा, ये जज कर पाएगा कि कितना प्रेशर है इन्फ्लेशन का या हाउसहोल्ड क्या सोच रहे हैं इन्फ्लेशन के बारे में, सो दैट दे कैन टेक अ वैलिड डिसीजन. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज कवरेज एरिया. अब अगर हम सर्वे की बात करें, इट विल बी covering a particular area. So what all areas are defined under this particular survey? So in this survey, 19 major Indian cities are included, and the list of 19 major cities have been written on the screen, but obviously these names are not important, but you must remember the count. How many major cities? Your answer should be 19 major cities. Moving on to the next point. Sir, if I talk about this particular survey, this particular survey is basically designed to gather the information. So it is, the respondents are asked, I would say the households are asked about the price change for general goods and specific group of products, for example food, fuel and housing, and they share their perception कि भैया आज के हिसाब से बढ़ेगा, कम होगा, और ये जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है दे आर लुक्ड फॉर नेक्स्ट 3 मंथ्स में क्या होगा और नेक्स्ट ईयर में आपके हिसाब से प्राइसेस कैसे ऊपर और नीचे जाएंगे. तो आरबीआई के लिए इसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या है सर? ये इन्फ्लेशन एक्सपेक्टेशंस जो पब्लिक की है, जो हाउसहोल्ड की है, इट गिव्स अस, I would say, a baseline for RBI so that RBI can frame its monetary policy in such a manner that RBI can support the sentiments of the public, RBI can support the scenarios of the public. Moving on to the second survey. If I talk about the second survey, it is related to rural consumer confidence survey. Rural consumer confidence survey, as it is clear by its name, it collects the sentiments and perceptions of the household in rural and semi-urban areas regarding, this is very important, rural and semi-urban areas regarding the economy and their personal financial situations. It is conducted in how many states or UTs? Sir, it is conducted in total in 31 states as well as union territories. It covers rural as well as semi-urban households to ensure inclusion of non-urban population, which obviously forms a backbone of India's consumption economy. What is the frequency? So the frequency of this particular survey is bi-monthly survey, meaning it is conducted once every 2 months, which helps the RBI to track the short-term changes in the consumer sentiments, so that on the basis of the consumer sentiments, the correct decision should be taken. And this data is not only helpful for RBI, this is helpful for NABARD as well, because NABARD obviously inflation control nahi kar sakta, but NABARD is responsible to look after the rural development. So NABARD should understand that how the rural consumers are having a perception, or what perception the rural consumers have regarding the inflation, so that the corrective measures in terms of direct and indirect finance can be taken by NABARD. Moving on to the next point, what are the parameters which are assessed? So the parameters include the general economic situation, that means how household view the country's economy overall, employment scenario, what is the job availability, price trends, income level, spending pattern, as well as the changes in the expenditure behavior, which is very important. अब इसका importance क्या है सर? ये जो data collect होगा ये provide करता है insight into the rural demand. If you remember, we have discussed this n number of times कि India की economy still it is strong beside the geopolitical tension. That is just because of the decent rural consumption or decent rural consumption demand. अब उसके behalf पर we come up with the GDP estimates, we come up with the growth estimates. तो वही यहाँ पे लिखा गया कि sir it provides insights into the rural demand which significantly affect inflation, agriculture growth, as well as it affects the overall GDP of the economy. Last but not the least is your urban कंज्यूमर कॉन्फिडेंस सर्वे. तो पहले हमने पढ़ा था रूरल कॉन्फिडेंस सर्वे, नाउ वी हैव अर्बन consumer confidence survey. So the urban consumer confidence survey, it focuses on urban household perceptions of the economy, income, employment, prices, and spending patterns. If I talk about the coverage, it is also covered in the same, that is the 19 major cities in India, same cities which are covered in the inflation survey. Remember that. It represents the urban middle class and working population. So it is basically targeting the urban middle class and working population, which is again a very important part of your economy. If I talk about the frequency, sir, its frequency is same as that of rural consumer confidence survey, which is bi-monthly. If I talk about the parameters, so parameters include again the same, that is general economic situation, employment scenarios, price trends, income levels, as well as spending, which is done in terms of their expenditure overall. Last but not the least is how these parameters are assessed. So these parameters are assessed, it captures the short-term shift in the urban sentiments which help the policymakers to identify the urban consumer feelings, so that we can understand what is going to happen with the urban consumption demand in the near future to go. What is the importance? So it acts as a leading indicator for consumer sentiment, which is focused for future competition trends and economic momentum. This is a very important point. Now, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर सर्वे, इस पर्टिकुलर सर्वे से क्या सीखने को मिलता है? अगर हम इस पर्टिकुलर सर्वे की बात करें, विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सर्वे we understand ki how households they are looking forward for the inflation, which will impact the CPI data of the country, which will impact the GDP data of the country, as well as it shows the expectations and sentiments, if I talk about all of them in a collective manner. तो इन्फ्लेशन एक्सपेक्टेशन है वो फोरकास्ट करता है, हेल्प करता है टू फोरकास्ट इन्फ्लेशन ट्रेंड, लेकिन कंज्यूमर कॉन्फिडेंस के लिए वी मेजर द आरसीसीएस एज वेल एज यूसीसीएस, व्हिच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो अगर मैं इसको conclude करूं, how it is going to help the RBI, sir, it will help the RBI in calibrating monetary policy, in designing communication strategies, assessing the economic recovery or slowdown, monitoring the inflationary pressure in the real time, which is something very important you need to remember. Last but not the least is the conclusion. IESH 19 cities, UCCS 19 cities, RCCS rural and semi-urban areas of 31 states and union territories. ये दोनों bi-monthly हैं. So these are some of the data which can be asked directly in your examination, which you have to answer. ठीक है जी, clear हो गया, समझ आ गया? If it is clear and we are good to go, just give me yes sir, so that we can try to solve a question on the same. Here is the question, guys, on the same topic. The question says, which one of the following statement about the inflation expectation survey of household November 2025 round is correct? IESH covers household across all the Indian states. No sir, it is focusing only and only the 19 cities or the 19 major Indian cities. IESH is designed to collect household subjective assessment on price movement and inflation across 19 Indian cities. That is correct. IESH is a bi-monthly survey that measures household 1 year ahead expectations on employment and income in rural areas. नहीं sir, यहाँ पे rural areas का तो कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है. This is wrong. IESH findings are not used by RBI. Wrong. They are highly used by RBI. IESH collects only quantitative data. No sir, it collects qualitative data as well. This is wrong. So only one option out of the given 5 are correct, and that is the B option is the correct answer for the given question. ठीक है जी. अगला question is now your homework. Take the screenshot in next 10 seconds and you will be giving me the answer in the comment section, and I will be sharing the correct answer for the same, and we will be revising the same question in the upcoming class as well. So please take the screenshot. It is based on rural consumer confidence survey as well as urban consumer confidence survey. Excuse me. Done guys? I hope you must have taken the screenshot. Let's move on to the next news. May I have a reply, please? Done. Chalo. Moving on to the next question, guys. What does the next news talks about? This news has been discussed earlier, but finally ये award दे दिया गया. So we will be talking about. We all know about SBI, so State Bank of India has been awarded recently, and this award was given to SBI in the recent meeting. And if I talk about this particular event where this award was given, so that was basically a joint meeting of IMF as well as World Bank. We call it as annual meeting of IMF and World Bank. So SBI has been honored with two awards. The first one is World's Best Consumer Bank as well as the Best Bank in India. So State Bank of India, the country's largest public sector bank, has achieved a major international recognition when it was awarded with two prestigious titles. First one is World's Best Consumer Bank 2025. Second one is Best Bank in India 2025. Remember that both these awards were given by a single organization, and the name of this particular organization is Global Finance Magazine, which is a leading international financial publication in New York, US. This award was announced in the past, but yes, this new award has been given recently. And if I talk about the award, so this award ceremony took place in Washington DC, US during the IMF World Bank annual meeting, where the world's top banks and financial institutions are recognized for their excellence in innovation contribution to the global sorry to the global financial progress. If I talk about the Global Finance Magazine, as I already said, it's a US based or New York based international financial publication which was founded back in 1987. It is widely respected for recognizing excellence in banking and financial services, which include awards such as World's Best Bank Award, World's Best Customer Bank Award, Best Digital Bank Award, and many more. So these awards, they are considered the most credible awards in the financial community, because these awards, they don't only check the quantitative performance, but they also check out the qualitative performance indicators such as profitability, innovation, customer satisfaction, technology use, as well as sustainable process. What is the objective of this award? Sir, it is basically to honor those financial institutions who have done well in the fields of innovation, resilience, customer centricity, as well as outstanding service performance in the banking and financial sector. Moving on to the next point. The next point talks about स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. तो अब स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया पे क्वेश्चन आरबीआई जरूर बना सकता है, या बाकी एग्जाम्स में भी क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिनेरियो व्हिच वी हैव सीन इन द करंट RBI Grade B Phase 1 exam. तो उसके बेसिस पे I have come up with this particular discussion. We all know that State Bank of India started its operation as a State Bank of India started its operation as State Bank of India, or by the name of State Bank of India, on 1st of July 1955. But if I talk about its past, sir, its past is quite different. First of all, the first bank which was set up was termed as Bank of Bengal, set up in 1806. Then we have Bank of Madras 1840 and Bank of Bombay 1840 and Bank of Madras in 1843. These three banks, they were collectively termed as presidency banks because these are the presidential states where these banks were set up. Later on, when these banks expanded their operations, finally British Crown, they have merged these banks into one, that is Imperial Bank of India. I hope you know that before setting up of RBI, Imperial Bank of India was not the central bank of the country, but Imperial Bank of India was responsible for the printing of currency. Later on, that task was given to RBI. We all know that. Then finally, when India got independence, then Government of India came into existence, and the moment Government of India came into existence, Imperial Bank of India was taken over by government. Technically, it was taken over, and its majority shares were transferred to RBI. Later on, those RBI majority shares were transferred to the government, and currently, as we are talking today, it is a bank which is owned by the government. We call it as State Bank of India. The current scenario says its chairman is SETI. Its headquarter, we all know that, जिस भी public sector bank यानी government owned bank का and Bank of India से हो रहा है, it possesses its headquarter in Mumbai except one. Give me the answer in the comment section. What is the exception? Is that exception still existing or it has been merged? Give me the answer. Next is, it was established on 1st of July 1955. It's a pure banking, its tagline is pure banking, nothing else. Ownership, majority shares with Government of India. If I talk about SBI, it is the Indian bank which has majority or highest branches not only in India but also outside India. So if the question is asked, name the bank with highest number of branches in India as well as outside India among the Indian banks, your answer would be SBI again. Next point is, if someone asks you, name the bank which has recorded highest net profit in the previous financial year, around 70,000 crores. Again, the answer is SBI. Name the bank which has customer value of more than 50 crores. Again, the answer is SBI. If someone asks you, out of the total public sector bank's profit, name the bank which has the majority chunk of profit contribution. Again, the answer is State Bank of India. So there are many areas on the basis of which the question related to State Bank of India can be framed. Moving on to the next point. The next point talks about why SBI has won this award. So first one, extensive customer base. As I already told you, more than 50 crores of customer base is with SBI, which is largest network in the world, and it has onboarded around 65,000 new customer in it onboards around 65,000 new customer every single day, जो ये बताता है कि इस बैंक का massive reach है. Then we have the digital transformation, introduction of YONO application, that is you only need one. It is the mobile banking application introduced by SBI, which is used by you and me if we are having account in SBI to manage our day-to-day transactions. After that, we have the third point, that is commitment to the financial inclusion. So expanding banking access to the rural and remote regions is done with the help of banking correspondents as well as rural branches by SBI. Not only this, it is supporting the government financial inclusion programs like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Mudra loans, Stand Up India, Pradhan Mantri Kisan, direct benefit transfer schemes and whatnot. Last but not the least is innovation and global presence. SBI has modernized its operation through AI-driven credit scoring, very important. Second is digital loan processing, which has been introduced, and third one is blockchain is in the pilot format, especially for the trade finance, which shows that SBI is not only relying on the traditional methods of banking, it is focusing on the advanced methods as well, on the technological related methods as well. लास्ट कि सर इस अवार्ड से फायदा क्या होगा, व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर अवार्ड. फर्स्ट वन इज एसबीआई, जो कि ग्लोबली नोन है. नाउ इट हैज गॉट ग्लोबल रिकग्नाइजेशन, इट हैज गॉट वैलिडेशन ऑफ डिजिटल सक्सेस, इट हैज गॉट वैलिडेशन फॉर कस्टमर सेंट्रिक अप्रोच, एंड इट शोज दैट India's brands are boosting globally with the help of this particular award which has been given to SBI recently. समझ आ गई बात, क्लियर हो गया. अब यहां से रिलेटेड अगर एग्जामिनर ने कोई क्वेश्चन बनाया किसी भी एग्जाम में, फॉर दैट मैटर अगर नाबार्ड में भी ये क्वेश्चन बन सकता है इन योर जनरल अवेयरनेस सेक्शन, तो वहां पर भी दिस इज गोइंग टू प्ले अ रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. इफ इट इज क्लियर, give me yes sir in the comment section so that we can move ahead and let's solve questions related to the same news. Done guys? Okay, moving on to the question then. The question we have for this particular news is now on your screen. The question says, which of the following statement correctly describes the award received by State Bank of India? SBI was awarded the title of world's best consumer bank and Best Bank in India 2025 by Reserve Bank of India. Sir, यहाँ तक ठीक था, but this award is not given by Reserve Bank of India. It is given by Global Finance, which means A statement is wrong. Moving on to the next one. The award were presented by Global Finance, a New York-based financial publication, at IMF World Bank annual meeting in Washington, D.C. That is correct. The award recognized SBI contribution towards rural credit expansion only. Only word आ गया तो गलत हो गया. IMF and World Bank jointly organized the world's best bank award each other. No, sir, it is not organized by IMF or World Bank. SBI won the award primarily for its agriculture lending. No, sir, that is not the case. So only one statement which is correct out of the given 5, that is the B option. I hope it is clear to you. Now we have the next question which you have to take a screenshot. Take the screenshot, give me the answers of this particular question in the comment section below, and I will be sharing the correct answer for the same. I hope each and every point which we have discussed till now is clear. Do reply in the comment section. Done? Okay then. So that will be all from my side, guys, in this particular session. I know you all are waiting for RBI results, same as here. So I won't be bombarding you with immense content. Let's wait for the result, and then we will be structurizing this finance current affairs session in such a manner that it should not be helpful only for RBI Grade B Phase 2. Rather, it will help you in SEBI Grade A, and even I'll try my level best to include those areas which can be asked in the NABARD Grade A General Awareness section for your Phase 1 NABARD examination. Thank you so much for joining. We'll catch you in the upcoming sessions to go. Good luck. God bless you all.